Hello and welcome to the launch of my Sacred Beauty Oracle cards. Now, I decided to do them in a launch format like this because it's also the Lion Gate portal that's happening at present. So the 8th till the 15th of August. And because these are sort of like portals themselves, I thought it was really appropriate to do it at this time. Let me just sort of share with you how we're going to do it. So we're going to do it over an 8-day period. Each day I will draw a card and read it to you, and we'll do a little bit of contemplation and reflection on that card. So I'm very excited to be able to do this with you. And before we start though, I'll just give you a little bit of a story, a bit of background, how these cards were created. So, and another insight actually, when I turned 60, I had this revelation about my whole life, basically, that anything significant that I've done in my life, I never really planned. And, you know, even though we talk about, you know, you must have goals and all of this sort of thing, I realized that, you know, my children and businesses that I've launched into and other things that I've gone into co-creation with other people and collaboration were never really planned. And hence, and my books, my 3 books weren't really planned. It was one of my sons actually that said, "Mum, you should really turn your work into a book." And I thought, oh gee, you know, this is not really something that I thought I was actually any good at the time. But, you know, time has sort of passed, and now I have three books, a children's book, and now these cards. So, yeah, I love sharing my creativity with people. So it brings me back to how these particular cards were created. And it was really just in a bit of downtime at the end of the day, creating some pretty videos, some fractal videos that I thought would be of value to people just because I liked doing them actually. And there was a bit of response, you know, people were saying, oh, they're so beautiful. And I loved it, you know, I loved the spontaneity of them and just allowing these images to come forth out of a few things that I had put together, you know, sort of colors and images. And then I sort of started to think, well, maybe I'll draw some images from the videos, which I did. And from that, I have now hundreds of images that I've created and enhanced. And this is what Sacred Beauty Oracle cards are from. And then I just put together some beautiful phrases, messages, 60 in total. Which also brings me to one other very special thing. And that's that in 2006, I had a visitation, an energetic visitation from Archangel Michael. Now, in the set of cards, the last 10 cards from 50 to 60 are direct messages from Archangel Michael. So that's another reveal for you about how these, and another significant thing that happened that I didn't anticipate. So if you do end up getting any of the cards, you'll see that the last 10 are actually a little bit different than the other 50. So and when I pulled the card for today, of course it was one of them from Michael. And this is the card that we chose today for the first day of the 8-day launch and inauguration. So I'll read that card to you now. It's number 55, Divine Forgiveness. The matter of who and when, be not concerned. I will be in all that you do. Whoever you are assigned to, I will be there. Give time and patience to those in need of me. I am there for all you work with, all who respect the light and love of the Creator. For together there is much power. Join at the heart and your power will magnify. So as you can see, Michael communicates in quite a different way to how we do normally. So there's a few points though in that message, the matter of who and when. What does that mean? The matter of who and when is, I think what he's saying there, or what Michael's saying there is, don't get too caught up in the how is it going to happen and what am I going to do, all of that. It's more about, the matter of who and when, be not concerned. And I would say that, knowing the nature of Michael and lots of other archangels and angels in the system that I work with, when you are able to correct and transform your own light and shadow attributes, you become very closely connected to these angelic forces. And so when you understand the power of Michael, which is also about the truth and compassion, and in this particular frame of context, he's talking also about divine forgiveness. So it's about seeing people in a different light, and when we're able to connect heart to heart, we magnify our power as human beings and start to recognize our own angelic forces within and without and with around us. So if we can start to look through the lens of divine forgiveness, our hearts soften, and within that softening of the heart, we open and expand our power, our energetic force. It's a little message, but it has a powerful message and energetic vibration connected to it. So again, let's just take a moment to think about a few of the lines in this card. Love and light of the Creator. All who respect the love and light of the Creator. So what does that mean? So I guess what it's saying is that the Creator, and in this system that means the Creator is represented as the Mother, Father, God, or the divine living presence and living goddess combined. So it's not sort of just this patriarchal look at God and that it's a him, but it's a all-encompassing, vast, rejuvenating energy of the universe as we know it. So it's the light and love of the Creator. So that's saying that you actually also have that love and light within you, that spark of divine light within you, in your heart, in a point of light within your heart. And that when you're able to access that, you're remembering that you are part of the Creator, a creation of the Creator. So you must have some of that within you. And which brings us back to the attribute of divine forgiveness. And I had a wonderful experience a few months ago now, and waking up out of a dream and feeling a terrible sense of betrayal within the dream. And this voice just came and said, sort of just as I was feeling this, obviously what happens when we have those feelings like betrayal and lack and jealousy, or all sorts of things, our heart is contracting. So if we're able to access divine forgiveness and divine love, that heart, that higher heart, is starting to expand, and you are much more powerful than that contracted aspect of self. So in this dream, that that sadness and betrayal in that one whisper of forgive, forgive, just melted away the attribute, the shadow attributes that were starting to stir in my heart. So, I'll never forget it because it was so powerful, you know, that just in between dream and waking state, and my heart just melted. And it's like, wow, in an instant. So the true power of divine forgiveness is so healing. And I believe that aspect, it is actually permanent. That forgiveness heals that part of you permanently. So like I said, we'll do a little contemplation, like a short meditation, just focusing on that beautiful energy of divine forgiveness. Take a deep breath and exhale. So, through the light of the Archangel Michael today, deliverer of truth, we give thanks for this message of divine forgiveness. And we invite that divine forgiveness into our heart, and allow that light and love of the Creator to just melt away any resentment, any judgment, and the pain of holding on to those things, those attributes, those feelings that don't really serve you anymore. They become part of your old story. Let's just let them melt away, melting away, and allowing forgiveness to rise up into your heart. Divine forgiveness expanding your heart and your whole being, magnifying your presence because of the love and light of the Creator that you are a part of. Take a deep breath and exhale. And in this moment, in this vast, infinite present moment, we give thanks for the blessings of today, of this message that came in the cards today for you, of divine forgiveness. And so it is. So thank you. Thank you for joining me for this first day of the 8-day auspicious time of the year, of it being an 888. 8th day, 8th month, and in numerology, the 2024 adds up to an 8. So that's why this is a very powerful time to allow this to come into our hearts and our spirit and be healed in, well, some would say sort of challenging times. But let's not focus on that and embrace the sacred beauty that's within us and all around us. Because the more that we focus on that, the more it multiplies and the more is amplified in the world. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our next